Hello, beautifuls. I just want to pop on here for a quick moment and talk to you about the Alchemy of the Seasons train ride onboard point. This next go-around is going to be InnerCartography 1. We're coming back around with that flow of the seasons again to the time when the leaves are off the trees and the berries are producing and the growth has died back for the year. And like the trees and the plants around us, it's time to go inward. And so what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is delving into InnerCartography. We're going to be starting first off with human design. Human design is a system with a language of spectrums that we can use to differentiate our isness and our notness and our choices and help to illuminate things that we could do differently. We're going to be working with 3-week modules that will run through the course of 3 months. It'll be Wednesday evenings that we all get together. And so the way this flow is going to go is that there's going to be pre-recorded course material that I'm going to be uploading the week before the class. So people have a week to watch this video that is sort of the core material, the details, the nuances. It's me sharing both from my heart and from the notes that I've also written and will be sharing of how these different aspects apply. We'll be starting off with energy types, and then we'll be working on authorities, and then we'll be moving to profiles. That encompasses the first module. Second module is going to be 3 weeks of working on just the centers. We're going to spend a week talking about what it is to have undefined centers, what is the defined aspect, and then a third week of looking at the relationship of the interaction between the two. And then the third module is going to be getting into circuitry and gates and channels. We're not going to go deep into the gate side of it because that's where I divert from human design and I work with gene keys. We'll also be going over some of the basic beginning points of beginning to read the downloads of information that help to shift things from the inside out. It instigates feelings and emotions that allow us to unlock different ways of perceiving things and observing things, both inside of ourselves and in our environment around us. So yeah, working with maps and spectrums, understanding the language of spectrums, deepening our language of understandings of what we want and what we don't want, how we are and how we have to learn to accept ourselves to be. It's quite a mixed bag sometimes. I'll post down below at the end of this video the registration link that has lots of different options for how you can exchange for this course. I know that times are really tough right now, so it can be difficult for some folks to feel like they can have access to learning this type of work. So do take a peek in that registration link and look at the different options from barter trades to scholarships and sliding scale aspect of things. If this work deeply calls, then I want you to be able to have access. You have to understand there's also an exchange in everything you do in life, so nothing simply gets handed to you. And if you're willing to work for it, we will find a win-win. I like to find win-win-wins, win for me, win for you, and a win for something greater than ourselves in some way that we can serve community as a whole. I also invite you to come join the InnerCartography group here on Facebook. There's some learning units and modules in there that can help you get an idea of where to begin, how to start pulling your own charts, get a little bit of a brief information before we get rolling with things. And there's a great community over there as well. And you can also join our Nematon and Mount Mama Medicine Slack community, which is where the courses are held from. So if you get into that Slack space, then you'll already be in prime location to go on one of these delves with me through one of the modules. For about 2 years now, I've been having these classes every week throughout the entirety of the year. We don't stop. We go 3 weeks and we stop for a meeting at the crossroads, where we invite the community to join us and we invite people who would like to experience what it's like to be on a call with a group of people, what way I hold space in, see if something feels good for you, and then we dive back into 3 more weeks of study. And we go around the seasons and we shift depending on what is alive. So the next 3 months until January will be InnerCartography 1, and then we'll move into the emotional bridges aspect. Emotions, empath and empathy, anxiety, PTSD and dissociation, And then we'll begin to dive back into the world of herbal medicines, which is the physical self-care aspect. The winter time is more of the mental and the emotional and some of the spiritual dynamics. And then in the fall, we work with journey work as well. So that's just kind of a brief overview of what Alchemy of the Seasons is all about. And I look forward to seeing those who feel called to join us for this InnerCartography dive. This is one of my deepest passions, and it brings a flash in me to share language with people in ways that help us understand ourselves and each other better. So lots of love from the mountain on this glorious fall afternoon, and I'll talk with you all soon. Mwah. Good to see you, beautifuls.